Because you like, dude, like I used to trip on that. What? Oh, that's right. That's because I didn't know my purpose. Hey, I found my purpose. I found it, and it changed the entire trajectory of my life. Some of y'all might not give a damn what I'm saying right now, and that's all right. This might not be the space for you. There's plenty other spaces, and I don't take that personal. But I also know, just from hearing alone somebody else saying me that they found their purpose is music to your ears, because you might be in the same position where you're currently looking for your purpose too, or you recently found it and you can share in the joy that I feel right now for coming face to face with what I now know as my entire purpose for getting up every day and striving to live a valuable, high quality of lifestyle. I've been on this path now for a while of trying to figure it out. And what I realized so backtrack a little bit. I also need to add that I've been frustrated on this path of trying to clearly define my why and my purpose every day. I've done many things in my life that align with different interests that I have. And for a while, that frustrated me because I've been told many times that, it's the whole jack of all trades, master of none thing. I get that. Trust me, I get that. I understand that if you have too many interests in too many different places where either you don't have the skill yet to find the intersection between those things, or there just isn't an intersection, which I want to push on actually, because I personally think you can find intersection with anything. And so that has been my saving grace in me actually determining what I know now to be my actual true purpose. I've been able to reflect on all the different interests and all the different things that I've done in life, and which at first glance seem very disjointed because, I've been into music. Well, I'm still into music. I'm a musical artist. Been into fitness. I'm a certified personal trainer. I've been in education. I'm still in the education. I work for a nonprofit where I help get kids high quality education. I've written a book, which it's a whole nother conversation. It's sitting in the vault right now, and I've been terrified to do anything with it because imposter syndrome. That could be another video. However, I've done all these different things, and I have a genuine interest in all of them. There will be times in my life where DJing, did that, still doing that 15 years, but I still never fully went 2 feet in because there also still was this feeling of, is this the right path for me? And what I've discovered is, first, I had to do an analysis on all these things because I got to a point where I did tell myself, all right, look here, buddy, look here, pal, it's time to pick something and go 2 feet in on it so that you have the best possible chance at actually making something of it. And for whatever reason, I still couldn't push myself to just choose one thing. And so I had to have a real deep conversation with myself and decide if I wanted to pick one of those things or if I wanted to put in the work to find the intersection between all those things. And if that intersection is something that I can elevate and push to be my narrative, I guess. And what I discovered is, of all those things, what I like to do is get to a certain skill level to where I am competent enough in that skill to be good enough for me to feel like this is worthy of spending my time on, to develop into potentially being, a source of income one day, or a career, or whatever, just a way to sustain my life and add to my quality of life. And the other thing that I look for is gaining just enough skill and competence to be able to translate that information to somebody else who is looking to go down a similar path and really just wants to take it and run with it. I like being the fuel to somebody's spark, to turn that spark into a flame in whatever facet of life that person wants to choose. My purpose, I've discovered, is I feel like I'm being a valuable asset to this world and not just taking up space. When I find an entrance point into somebody else's path or journey and help them cultivate or further develop their own dream and vision, and take that momentum with them and motivation to catapult them to whatever level is next, and then what's next after that, and then what's next after that. I like to propel people and help them cultivate and dig deep and hold themselves accountable to reaching the goals that align with the standards that they set for themselves to determine what's a high quality of life for them. That's my purpose. That's my purpose. And I feel like this purpose that I've discovered is working very well for myself too. I've been able to apply it to my own life. For example, I've always had aspirations of being a recording artist. I played it off and fronted for a long time and acted like that wasn't what it really was. Even through all my years of DJing for other artists, in the back of my mind, I always felt like I was pretty nice with the words, got a pretty decent tone and delivery. And since a kid, the first time I ever performed on stage was 4th grade or something like that. My own written rhymes. Maybe it was even 3rd grade, but it was at a talent show. And somewhere along the line, I never lost the passion, but I lost the ambition to take that path of making that my thing, because I let too many other external forces dictate my path and essentially scare me out of what I felt closest to in my heart. And so I say all that to say that the purpose that I feel like that I've discovered that I serve in this world to add value to other people's lives, I've finally been able to do that for myself. And I committed to doing an actual entire music project that I'm working on now, which is a dream of mine. I connected with a very talented engineer, producer, and all around creative. here in Las Vegas. I put skin in the game. That was weird. My bag just fell off my bed. I put skin in the game, and this night it wasn't a light price tag either. Like, this is a legit investment in something that I want to do and have always wanted to do, but for whatever reason, I needed fuel for the initial spark that I had to turn it into a flame. And now here I am. The flame is roaring. And that was because I was able to apply the same thing that I've applied to help other people get their flame going. I've been able to do it for myself. And now here I am, fully convinced, with full conviction that I know my purpose now. Who knows? Maybe this musical project that I'm working on now, because of course I'm going to be talking about concepts related to that too. Maybe that in of itself is going to be fuel for somebody else's spark to say, damn, if he figured it out and found the courage to pursue something that he was intensely passionate about and has felt that way toward it most of his life, but for whatever reason, put it on the back burner. And now is ready to let that go and release it to the world. If he can do it, maybe I can too. That knowing that my purpose is to have that effect on other people's lives, it drives everything else. Like, it drives my creative ability because I know where I'm going with it now. I know what it's supposed to be for. I got the roadmap. And so having that type of purpose in life, or having that type of awareness of purpose in life, amplifies everything else. Or at least it has for me. Like I said, knowing purpose in of itself it's an amazing feeling. One of the best feelings ever. But it also has the ability to make other things that already feel good feel a million times better. And you can apply that to whatever. Sex. I was afraid that popped up on my mind. Just keep it on it. Like, but knowing, yeah, playing sport. Yeah, just to balance it out, I add some other examples. It could be you like to play sports, you like to take long drives, you like to, I don't know, you're a cannabis connoisseur, you like to do wine taste, whatever your thing is that already feels good. When you know your purpose, it just amplifies that other stuff times a million, like exponentially. And so it took for me to really sit down and be intentional about connecting with my purpose to get to the point where just my overall quality of life from day to day is significantly increased, because despite what happens, even in the face of challenges and things not going 100% my way, when you know what your purpose is, you know how to get back on the road and keep moving if you had to take a detour for whatever reason. Like, you know where the freeway, you know where the highway entrance is. Like, you know what street you know exactly what street you need to get back on to get to where you're going. Even if you got off on the wrong exit, or like, you know exactly where to go to get back on the highway. Keep it that simple. So, like I said, if you watch this far, you obviously do give a damn. The people who didn't give a damn when I first jumped off, they probably been gone. But if you still here, If you still here, I hope that something that I said today is giving you the courage to go inside your own mind and do that work of coming face to face with your purpose, because I promise it'll change your life. I promise it's going to change your life. It's just going to make the things, like I already said, that it make things that already feel good feel exponentially better. But it also does the same thing for things that traditionally would not feel so good. It just makes them feel so much more trivial. Because you like, dude, like I used to trip on that. What? Oh, that's right. That's because I didn't know my purpose. But now I know my purpose. I ain't tripping. Like, what? You can't send nothing my way. You can't send nothing my way that could fully knock me off my square now, because I know my purpose. It's that simple. That's all it takes. Find your purpose. Let me know what it is. Drop something in the comments. Hit me up. Let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. I love hearing other people's stories too. And that moment that they found their purpose. I love that. I live for that. So, yeah. I'm going to talk to y'all next time. I promise I'm going to be back. All right. Peace.